Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I have Thundercats Ultimates Mirror Lion-O from Super 7. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe to help me build my channel. Really appreciate it. You guys rock. So let's get into this. I'm going to do an unboxing. So if you haven't seen any of my videos yet, all the Thundercats Ultimates come in these slip covers, which I really appreciate. That's what they look like. There's the bottom. And let's crack him open. A really nice addition to what they've been doing in these later waves is they put them in these plastic coverings, which is really nice. They're taped. I already cut my tape just so I could get a good look at it. And that's nice because, like, I think the first wave didn't come with it. And, you know, if you get it in the mail, however, and it rains or something, it could damage it if it's sitting out there in the weather or whatever. But beautiful packaging. If you're a packaging person, these are clearly collector's items packaging. They have the nice slip cover. There's the Ultimates label on the top. There's the classic Thundercats logo. Here's Mumra's symbol. I guess they just always use that as the symbol for the bad guys. I wonder, though, if they do the Lunatics, if they'll change this symbol up. There's the classic Thundercats logo on the back. Anytime I see this logo, it just makes me think of the theme song. I mean, that is... I say this in every one of my Thundercats videos, but that introduction is probably the greatest cartoon introduction to a cartoon show ever. The animation is crisp. The music is fantastic. It's just so action-packed and dynamic. Just beautiful, beautiful animation. But that's what that logo makes me think of. And it just makes me think of the end when it like highlights each letter and it's like Thundercats. But anyhow, there's the bottom, Super 7. And slip this baby off and we got Mirror Lion-O. I'm very excited for this figure because this is the first pinless Lion-O. And the first Lion-O was matched from the Matty Collector's version, so it's exactly the same. So it does have the pins. So they kind of perfected this one. And now I'm just waiting for them to redo Lion-O. We could really use a redone Lion-O, just in his proper colors, and a new Tigra, because the Tigra was just terrible from whatever that factory they got it from. But I'm going to cut the top here. It's taped by a little circular piece of tape. And I'm just going to cut it real nicely and bust this baby open. Oh, yeah, let's get a look at the back. So nice image there. Excuse me. And so it says Lion-O Mirror, and I'll read it to you. It says, the culmination of a trap designed to target Lion-O's youthful vanity, the mirror likeness of the Lord of the Thundercats was a disguise assumed by the vile Mumra. The mirror version of Lion-O was identical to the real Lion-O, except that he was clad in red instead of blue. In this form, Mumra appeared to possess all of Lion-O's powers and abilities, fiercely matching his foes' every move in battle. A clue from the ghostly Jaga finally enabled Lion-O to defeat his evil doppelganger, and when he tricked Mumra into gazing at his own reflection, that's often a common way that Lion-O would defeat Mumra on the show, is somehow he'd show him his own reflection and he'd freak out and go like, and like fly away. It was pretty hilarious, and it often happened. He'd either use the claw shield or the sword or something shiny to have Mumra see his reflection, and Mumra would wig out and just fly away and be defeated. I mean, honestly, I love Thundercats. It's one of my favorite cartoons of all time, but it was just so ridiculous on so many levels, in a good way, if you love ridiculous things. Clearly made for kids, but man, what a great show. So let's get into this figure. I don't want to waste too much of your time with me babbling. If you want to see me babble, you can watch my other Lion-O videos, and I'll talk about how much I love Lion-O. But let's talk about the figure itself. I'm so excited for this figure because we get 1, 2, 3, 4 versions of the claw shield. We get 2 newer versions. We don't get the furrier claw shields that came with the Matty Collector's version, which was more of a stylized claw shield. But we get the more traditional cartoon accurate claw shields. And one of the most exciting things, which is weird that we get this accessory with Mirror Lion-O, is the claw shield where he can shoot the claw out as sort of like a grappling sort of device. And he does use that in that episode. But I don't know. It's something that I felt should have came with an Ultimate Lion-O, but I'm happy that we have this now. Another quick piece of trivia is that LJN originally intended to release this version of Lion-O in the red costume. It was on all the promo materials, but it never came out. So I don't think anybody ever owned this version of Lion-O in the LJN line, from what I understand. I know I certainly didn't. So let's take a look at this guy. He's tied in there and he's taped. And we'll do a pretty fast comparison, hopefully. But while we're at it, let's get out this claw shield because I'm very excited about this accessory the most anyhow. And it just looks great. I love it. The hand is nice and open. Look at the details on the inside there. The nice black triangle. I know it's missing a couple colors if they wanted to be completely detailed. There's a little peg on the inside, if you can see that, so it can port onto his hand. And let's see, is this a bendy? Oh my goodness, this is awesome. So this is actually a bendy wire, which is very exciting. And there is the tip of the claw. This is really cool. So you can actually use this and have him hang, and I'm going to have him hang on his display. Like, this is awesome. So this is a brand new accessory. We have not seen this claw shield yet, and it comes with the firing claw that pops out of his fingertip, which is awesome. So great job, Super 7. There are the knuckles. Just the nice red and black there. Wow, awesome accessory. So happy about this. So I'm going to put that down there, and let's pull out Lion-O. I can already see that there are differences, improvements on this Lion-O versus the traditional Lion-O. Like, look at the Sword of Omens. You know, since I started with accessories, let's take a look at the sword. The sword is a nice metallic paint. It looks gorgeous. The logo is awesome. The logo is accurate. So here is version 1. And let's compare the two swords. So look at that. We have a nice, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it's a nice shiny silver paint. And the logo looks beautiful, just the way that it should. Where in the very first release of Lion-O from Super 7, the logo was botched. None of the detail. It looks like a big smudge versus the accurate logo on the sword. And it just looks really beautiful, especially with the metallic paint. Really nice. I love this. They should definitely do a proper Ultimates Lion-O reissue with Snarf. That's what I'm saying, Super 7. Do an Ultimate Lion-O with Snarf, all the accessories, just bust it out. And people will buy it. But love it. Love the silver paint. So the Sword of Omens looks very good. Let's pull Lion-O out. Or actually, we'll do... what else do we get? We get the Closed Fist Claw Shield. This is actually different than the one that came with Pumra, which I think is a little bit disappointing, actually. The Pumra version is hollowed out, and it just slips right over his hand, and this one actually has the port. So I prefer the one that slips over Pumra's hand. So this is actually new, because it's a closed-fisted one. Claw Shield. So that's interesting. What else do we have in terms of accessories? We get the standard open claw shield. And I don't know if the short sword will fit in there. It didn't fit in the original Super 7 version. But that's the standard claw shield that Lion-O's come with. Looks very nice. So we get that claw shield. We get this baby, which is awesome. And what else do we got? So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 versions of hands that come with Lion-O. So just so you can see, these are the standard. Oh, can't get that bugger out. That's really in there. Okay, so you get the standard open hand. I don't really ever use that hand, especially when they have weapons. We get fisted hands, which I think is a waste, especially if the character has weapons. But, you know, maybe you like to pose it with the fist. And then we get the standard weapons holding hands with the horizontal hinge. So it goes like that, and that's what came on Lion-O before. Both versions, both the Matty Collectors and both the Super 7. And let's get Lion-O out himself. Mirror Lion-O, I should say. And what are the hands on him until... Yes, finally. Okay, so all previous Lion-Os did not come with the vertical hinge. Weapons holding hand hinge. They came with the horizontal one. And this one is awesome. And I'm actually probably going to sub this out on my other Lion-O, because he deserves to have the hinge that holds the Sword of Omens up high, like so. And this is the evil Mirror Lion-O. But anyhow, let's take a look at him. He looks really great. I mean, they really improved on him. There's a little chip off of his chin there, so that's like a mild quality control. The hair is really soft. That's a soft plastic versus this is solid as a rock, and this is like that nice soft rubbery hair. So that's an improvement, I would say. Head articulation is really good on him. You can look up and down. Really nice articulation. Versus here, it's a lot more difficult on the first version. So there's that. Good torso articulation, standard Masters of the Universe Classics articulation. He's got waist rotation. We got the ab crunch. Let's check out the shoulders. They go up really nice. We got the bicep swivel. And we have almost 90 degree in the elbow bend, which is an improvement, or not an improvement. I would say it's about the same. Let's see how it compares to the original Lion-O. Maybe he has, let's see. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, it's about the same. Maybe the original Lion-O with the pins has a little bit more, but not too much different there. What else do we got? I'm going to take the claw shield off. So here's the claw shield with, looks very nice, with the short sword. And the short sword of Omens is also that really nice metallic, with the nice metallic with the closed eye of Thundera. Just looks, I love this metallic paint. It just really makes it pop in person. I don't know if you can see it on camera as well, but it looks great. So vast improvement on the swords, I would say. And what else? So we got, he can do a full straddle. The kick goes up high, just like that. So people were complaining about the Thunder Trunks. It looks like they made them shorter, but I think the reason they did that is so that he could get a higher leg kick. So if you look at the original version, the shorts come down lower to hide that joint, but they hinder the kick, as you can see. So the legs don't go up as high. So I actually think that's an improvement, even though people complain that you can see those hip joints. We also have hip rotation, and let's see, not quite 90 degree on the knee bend, which I don't like. There is articulation in the knee joint, so it can rotate just a little bit. And then we got ankle pivot up and down, or rocker, and then it pivots, so you can get some really nice movement in the ankles. And there's the other leg. So overall, I mean, he looks really nice. I love it. I'm very pleased that they put the new vertical wrist joints on him. So that looks great. So I'm going to pop this off and actually put on this new claw shield, which I love. Looks great. Let's see if he can hold the short sword. I'm pretty sure he can't. Yeah, so the short sword doesn't go all the way down in that one. Let's see if it'll go down in the traditional one. And yeah, so the short sword won't go down. So actually, I had the same problem in the original version. And what I had to do was drill it out. Somebody actually pointed that out to me in one of my videos. So I just took a drill and drilled it out in the bottom. And then that way you can actually put the short sword in there. But, you know, the point is like you shouldn't have to do that. It should just automatically... Okay, I'm going to probably mess this up if I try to force that in there. But the point is you shouldn't have to do that. He should be able to house the short sword in the claw shield. So here's the Matty collector version. And the short sword goes down in there nicely. Just like so. If you pop it off, see there's a nice little space for it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It goes right down in there. And you can hold the short sword in the claw shield when he has it on his hand, just like he did in the series, which is really nice. So, but it's annoying that Super 7 didn't do that and that we have to do that ourselves. So that's very frustrating. Even the Bandai version, this is the smaller Bandai version. They only did 2 figures of these. They made that correction, or they didn't make that correction, it just always did it. As you can see, the short sword goes in there very nicely. Here's the Bandai short sword compared to the Super 7. And I honestly don't know which one I like better. You know, maybe the Super 7 one looks a little bit better. But anyhow, it's just a matter of preference. The claw shield is definitely not as good on the Bandai version. It looks very generic and cartoony. But I love this figure. The articulation is amazing. This is the Bandai version. I wish they would have continued. Just the perfect amount of articulation. Just get them in the dynamic poses, just like on the show. Like, look at those knee joints. That's how a Thundercat should move. There's the Sword of Omens, if you compare the two. This one looks a lot better, the Super 7. But anyhow, back to Lion-O, Mirror Lion-O. So I'm definitely going to display him with the new claw shield in the finger. I love that. That's just fun. And then we get the Sword of Omens, and his hand is really tight. So I'm afraid to put this in here without scratching off the paint because it's so tight. But there he is with the Sword of Omens. Well, the fake Sword of Omens. And just looks great. I mean, the new metallic version looks really awesome. So that's Mirror Lion-O. And then last but not least, he comes with the angry head. So nice angry face. We get the soft hair. Looks really good. That's what it looks like on the bottom. And I'm going to swap the heads out and just pop him on. See if I pop this on. Having trouble getting it on. There we go. And he looks really good. Nice, evil Mirror Lion-O. I really like it. I think they've really stepped up their game on this new wave. We can obviously tell that the quality is improved because of the new factory. The pinless joints look really good. Not that it bothered me much anyhow when they had the pins in the joints, but he just looks really good. And I'll compare him to, here's even a difference. His mouth is open, actually. I actually wish they would have used this head because it's like with his mouth open, saying like Thundercats, ho! So here he is versus the original Super 7. This is the 1.0 version, because then they re-released him in a 2.0 version. This is, let's see, the other one. This is Masters of the Universe, or this is Club Third Earth from the Masters of the Universe Mattel line. So this is the OG right here, which looks really good, and they had really good quality. And then we have the Bandai version right here, which is probably my favorite, just because I'm a huge Articulation guy. And there he is. And unfortunately, I do not have my LJN version anymore. But so that's Mirror Lion-O. You get how many claw shields? You get 1, 2, 3. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 claw shields in the cartoon accurate style. And then you get the new accessory with the bendy wire claw, so he can swing and grapple, which is awesome. I'm so happy that they included that. You get the 2 head sculpts. Here is the one that comes on the figure, and here is the one with the angry face and the open mouth. Looks really good. Here's the comparison to the gritted teeth one. Mine actually has some quality control issues. There's a little bit of paint scuffs or whatever on the nose of my Mirror Lion-O. Somebody said the heads are smaller, but I don't think that's true. I don't know, that looks about the same size to me. If I pop this head off. Oh yeah, you can't you can't swap heads with him. So I guess the barbell joint is a lot longer on this one. So you can't put it on the original one. This one just makes Lion-O look like he has a shorter neck and some big traps. So that's interesting. So a little bit different design. So you can't do head swaps with this guy. But I really do hope they do a reissue of the classic Lion-O using this mold, and they include Snarf and just all the goodies. But anyhow, this is awesome. I'm glad I got this figure. Highly recommend them. They did a really good job. The pinless joints look great. They finally are improving on the mistakes of the past. So I highly recommend the figure. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. And God bless you all. Peace.